Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Doki Doki Literature Club. So, we wrote a poem that Sayori, that was mostly pointed towards Sayori. Annoyingly enough, if you didn't see the last episode, it was like tied between Sayori and Natsuki for like most of it. Yuri got like 3 points, and then I think Natsuki got like 10, and then Sayori got the remainder. So Sayori got 10 and Natsuki got whatever. There was like a 2 to 3 point difference between Natsuki and Sayori. So let's work from the bottom of the list up, why don't we? I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Serene. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Haha. Don't worry, Serene. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. There it is. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. Maybe there are also similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. Sure you're not reading into it too much? Haha, I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, it's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Haha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style hasn't gotten popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. And that's basically Monica's purpose. It's sad because you can't romance Monica. But what can you do? Yuri! Let's keep going from the bottom. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for it to finish reading. Oh, so sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Except for the other time. That didn't get recorded on camera. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. Couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes, and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form and fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles deeply as if there's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Haha. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Serene. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Yeah, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. And they usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. Hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. Guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuki! Huh? Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically it's not cute enough for your taste? Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek. Cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. The people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like one it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like it set up for rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helped bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. And that's what it means to be pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is. If Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Which is also funny because all of the characters are 18. So, it's like, I'm the youngest one here, apparently by like a month or something, because it doesn't matter. Who should I show my poem to next? The last person, of course. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Serene! I love it! Had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. Not a good writer at all. I also have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ha ha! Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a serene poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact I'm standing in front of you in the classroom? Clubroom? Well, of course. Not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'm breaking my promise. See? It's like I said before, Serene. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. Not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all? Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. Well, I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I don't remember that. Do the poems change at all based off of like what you do? Because I don't remember that poem at all. That's funny. Like, that was actually hilarious. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. Can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Hee. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. That was cute. I remember that dialogue, but I don't remember that poem, so that's interesting. Phew. Guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. It was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. Guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Oh god, going between Natsuki and Yuri is very difficult. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. Humph. If I was looking for suggestions, I'd have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Serene did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Serene liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Huh? That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Serene appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh, how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Serene started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned toward me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Serene, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. She get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened. Let me try that again. Then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Let me explain that to her, Serene. Wait. As a reason, we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Serene? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? Not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's gotta be... Help me, Sayori! Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turned to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Eh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Serene. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. They're just like, Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president, I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Haha. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't it? Isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead. Sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I'd hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. No. Freaking Sayori voice is gone all of a sudden. It was a lot of fun. There it is. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Serene, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Serene, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hee. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Sorry, I don't know how I would make a joke out of that, but like, Sayori beams. And I just like, my brain just immediately was like, ha ha ha, funny joke. Except I didn't actually create a joke. So, I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Huh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I didn't see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Serene, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said this more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Alright. Second poem time. Pink is probably Natsuki because pink. Tears was Sayori last time. So let's go with that. We now know that Unalive is Yuri's, much to my surprise, so I'm not gonna pick that one. I think that's what I did last time. I think I picked this, trying to get Sayori, and ended up with Yuri. And then I completely forgot, so... So Yuri likes big words, basically. Natsuki likes small, like, cute words. And Sayori seems to like... emotional words. Like broken. There we go. Let's see. Skipping. That one was Natsuki. Let's try that. I'm gonna try this a couple of times. Just to see if I can, like, get... Cause I really want to get the achievement, right? So... let's see. Flying. Yeah, okay. If I can remember old words, that helps too. So, sugar is probably Natsuki. together is... I kind of wondered if together might be Sayori. I know that eternity is Yuri. She likes the big, you know, stuff. Promise. Wonderful. Wonderful! Anybody remember that? Pokemon Snap? Sparkle. Well... No? Okay. I was thinking, like, that one might be Natsuki. But it was not, much to my surprise. Wrath. Or family. I don't remember which... Cause I remember clicking family, but I don't remember who it went to. Yeah! Let's see. Vivid. Oh, that's Yuri. Alright, one last try. Also, it does give you new words every time. Like, even though you save here, and you can see, like, I have disaster, pink, unrestrained, flee. Those were not the words that came up when I loaded, so that's interesting. Skirt is a Natsuki word. Promise was one. Lazy. Massacre. No, that's probably Yuri. Sweet. Laugh. Vibrant. Tears. I know that one. Sunset. Desire. Darn it, that's a freaking Yuri one. Kawaii. Yeah, I was like, kawaii! Cute! And then I was like, oh wait, yes, that is literally cute. Right. Dream? No, that's freaking Yuri, of course it is. Really wanted to just try to get this. Hang on. Games. Oh, freaking. Now all I'm doing is getting freaking Natsuki. Giggle. Really? Let's try, let's see, Promise we know. Tears we know. Peace is Natsuki. So that's good to know. Laugh. Fart. Fart was the word. That's great. Embrace. Okay. Sheer. Pure. Now, what the Natsuki? Interesting. Very interesting. We're gonna get this. Just hang on. Oh, pfft. I did giggle before. Pure was Natsuki, right? Wonderful! Depression. Spinning. Nope, that's freaking, of course it is. That's the problem. I keep going like, well, this is probably freaking Sayori, and then I get freaking Natsuki over here. Fear. Wrath. Nope, freaking wrath. Lazy. I know that one. Clumsy. Cry. Pain. Silly? Okay, we're doing good so far. That's 5. Ooh. charm. Hey. That's 6 so far. None of these feel... Nope. Of course, that's freaking Yuri. Alright, we'll just go and see how things go this time. Beauty. Okay. Hurt. Depression. We had that word earlier. Hope. Okay. That does help. We can remember hope for next time. The word cute is probably Natsuki no matter which version it is. Flower. Ooh, okay. That helps. Laugh. Love? There we go. Man, it's always so hard to, guess. Hopeless. Sunset, we know. Breath was Yuri, if I remember right. I mean, we've got it at this point. I just want to try to find the Yuri, the Sayori ones. And then try to remember those for next time. Sunny. Joy. Friends. Happiness. Hey, we only got one wrong on that one. Okay. Another day passes. It's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Serene. Yo, Sayori. It's like you're in a good mood today. Hee hee. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's pretty simple. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But it's always simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? Does that sound like you at all? I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why that, all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves the one option. Wah! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Ha 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 ha. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Serene to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. But I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That, still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let it fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But she wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Plap! Yeah! Ow! What was... A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. My retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Ha! I was just gonna give it to you. But I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hand over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie's still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room? Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Yeah, I think that might work. Try to do like this kind of voice for like Natsuki, because like, you know, she's kind of like, yes, she's the cute one, but also she's like kind of the annoying one in a way. Not that like she's a bad character or anything, but like still. And that's a good way to like distinguish between Sayori and Natsuki. So I think I'll try that. I don't know if that's like working the way I want, but it's a different voice at least, I think. I don't know, I've looked back on some of my Let's Plays where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing all these cool like voices. I'm like listening back and going, was I doing anything to change my, like they all sound the same. You don't think she has a, I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika chose a club over her boyfriend after all. She's so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes sense, though. You would have heard the bell. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Serene. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. Choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. I mean, even if it's a giant cookie, it wouldn't take that long. Especially not if you're, not talking. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Serene! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Want to come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up? Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff, so I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going off with Serene to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with them. But I wanted to go. So much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Serene? Yup, let's go. Sayori and I exit the club room. It's too bad that, Monica just can't seem to come with me for anything. Follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? Not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone's gonna take turns on stage. Recite their favorite poems. That sounds kind of dull. Serene, not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems. It's about performing them. You say the lines of the poem between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what end have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that. Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie. I'm super hard on this, I know. I just meant that it's pretty unordinary. It's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey, Serene, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hole myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet, and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Sayori pulls out a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand, too. They're kind of dirty, though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. I think I, missed a couple there. These, again, same starting letter, and so my brain just does not notice at all. So, alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. At least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Yeah! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow. You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Geez, Sayori, that's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Sayori is sitting on the floor. I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hand, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Aww. Again, I don't think I've ever seen... Oh, hey! Wow! It's apparently just that easy to freaking hide the freaking UI. What the crap? I had no idea. That's ridiculous. I'm literally just right-clicking. I just accidentally right-clicked. I was like, oh, there's the hide UI button. Good. I'm glad I just now figured that out. Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Serene. Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway and locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter, so it'll be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. Hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? Yeah. Wow, suddenly there is a thing of apple juice there. It's for your forehead, idiot. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Serene. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? Huh? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time. Also, can I just say her shirt is actually buttoned up here? So that's hilarious. I'd always try to keep up with you. You're kind of oblivious in some ways. I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. Sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way it was my fault. Kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Serene, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Serene, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll each end up for college, or after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. She remains silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know. Good luck with that. She's going to see your forehead either way. How if I hide it under my bangs? And Sayori hops to her feet. Ah! She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Ooh! Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. Aww. I don't think I've seen any of the Sayori stuff. So this is I really enjoy this stuff. Follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the classroom. You're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start with sharing our poems. Huh? Sayori, your forehead. She's fine, don't worry about. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed? I have it right. Sayori frantically glances around herself. I forgot all the stuff. Come down, Sayori. I have it all right here. Found the poster paper, too. Haha. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Serene. Well, Sayori. Failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Who should I show my poem to first? And this seems like a good spot for us to break at. Since this is where we broke, we stopped, paused, whatever, last time. Interestingly enough, I would have just programmed this line here as this part. But I have a skip button right here, which means that we've actually gone back to the last time this menu showed up. So I would have just reprogrammed. So I guess that's just how, I don't know, is Dan Salvato a professional game maker? Has he done anything other than DDLC? I don't know. Maybe maybe he knows more code and stuff. I don't know. All I know is RPG Maker, so that's where I'm at. So, but yeah, I do hope that you all have enjoyed. If you have, feel free to subscribe. You can check the video description down below where there's a link to... Not a link to the playlist. You can check the playlist, however. It should be on the end card. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I keep slipping back into that. That hasn't been how I've done this in 6 months now or so. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, like I said, check the playlist for any episodes you might have missed. There is, in the video description, links to Patreon and Discord. Feel free to check those out. That way you can help support the channel, as well as get to come on out, hang out with us, chat, and all of that. And also, as I teased last time, there might be some exclusives coming up soon when I start showing off the game that I'm working on. So, maybe. But yeah, with that, I'll see you all next time. See you later.